Apple just opened public betas for 4 different platforms at once: iOS 27, macOS 27, iPadOS 27, and watchOS 11. Millions of regular users can download them right now. This isn't the developer-only tier anymore. Public beta means anyone with an Apple device can opt in and live on the bleeding edge, testing new features that won't ship for months. It's like getting a sneak preview of Apple's entire future roadmap without needing a developer account. The timing matters. We are in July, and iOS 27 launches this fall. That gives Apple 3 months of real-world testing from thousands of devices: iPhones in pockets, Macs in offices, watches on wrists in every climate imaginable. No lab can replicate that scale. iOS 27 is the headliner. New AI capabilities are baked in. Features that only work on the latest hardware and leverage the neural processors on newer chips. Better Siri integration, smarter on-device AI that respects privacy, refinements to notifications, and how apps communicate with your watch. macOS 27 brings similar upgrades: refined multitasking, tighter Mac to iPhone integration, and performance tweaks across the board. If you've wondered what's coming to your device, this is your moment. And the fact that Apple's pushing this public beta this early tells you something important. They are confident enough in these builds to let millions of people test them. This is where innovation meets reality, and you're invited to be part of it. A public beta is Apple's way of stress-testing new operating systems before launch. Think of it like a dress rehearsal. The curtains are down, but theatergoers are already in the seats, and their feedback shapes the final performance. Developer betas have existed for years, but they require a registered Apple developer account and an annual fee. Public betas democratize that access. Anyone can join. From college students to office workers to retired folks staying current with their technology. The diversity of hardware, internet speeds, and usage patterns catches bugs that never show up in Apple's internal testing. This early release, mid-July for fall launch, signals Apple's confidence. They are not hiding these builds until August. They are saying, these are solid enough, and we want the ecosystem to adapt. Developers get months to update their apps for new APIs and frameworks. Users discover whether iOS 27 works smoothly on their specific phone, their specific apps, their specific workflows. Apple also gets invaluable data: crash reports, battery drain on real devices, interaction patterns, feature usage, all flowing back to Cupertino. A feature that seemed brilliant in the lab might feel clunky on a real iPhone in your hand. And Apple sees that in thousands of reports within weeks. Here's what separates public beta from a normal release: millions of eyeballs, unfiltered feedback, and months to fix it. And that's exactly why Apple's pushing this out now. This generation of iOS is heavily focused on-device artificial intelligence. Apple's clear that privacy comes first. All this AI runs directly on your phone, not in the cloud. Your data never leaves your device. The neural engine on the A18 Pro chip, the processor in the latest iPhones, has gotten a massive upgrade. We are talking 40% more computing power dedicated to machine learning than before. That's actual transistor space devoted to making AI fast and efficient. Siri is getting smarter without losing privacy. Your phone learns your routines without reporting them to Apple. Autocorrect understands context better, suggesting words based on what you're actually trying to say. Notifications get intelligent filtering. iOS 27 learns which ones matter to you and surfaces those first, burying the noise. Photos is getting a complete overhaul. There's a new search that actually understands what you're looking for. Instead of searching by keywords, you can ask, "Show me photos where I'm smiling with someone outdoors," and it gets it. All processing happens locally. On macOS 27, those improvements scale up. Your Mac becomes smarter about how you work. But here's the thing, none of this is cloud-dependent. Apple's betting the future of AI is on-device and private, not in data centers. They are putting genuine computational power into the silicon. The public beta proves it works at scale. Here's where it gets interesting. Imagine you're at a coffee shop and a friend sends you a photo. iOS 27 recognizes who's in that photo instantly, not through cloud recognition. Your phone does it locally, using the neural engine. It suggests adding them to groups or sharing with them directly. It's subtle, but it changes how apps work. Or picture this: You're typing an email and you want to rephrase a sentence. iOS 27 rewrite tools let you pick a tone, professional, friendly, concise, and it rewrites that sentence for you on your device. Same with summaries. Long article, iOS 27 summarizes it in a sentence or two. No waiting for the cloud, no uploading your reading habits to Apple's servers. On Mac, it's even more powerful. You're editing a spreadsheet with thousands of rows. macOS 27 can analyze trends, spot anomalies, and flag them for you. A presentation software gets smarter about layout suggestions. The writing apps understand what you're trying to communicate and offer refinements. Every improvement happens in the background while you work. The Watch OS 11 updates bring smarter health tracking. Your watch learns your patterns when you usually exercise, how your heart rate responds to different activities. It suggests optimal times for workouts based on your personal data, which it keeps private. And here's what separates these from other OS updates. None of it feels magical. It just feels like the OS finally understands you. That's the power of AI done right, invisible, helpful, and yours. iOS 26 was solid. Nobody's saying iOS 26 was broken, but it played it safe. Siri suggestions were generic. Photos search relied on keywords. The OS felt fast but didn't feel smart. iOS 27 is a step change. Apple's gone all in on on-device AI, and the difference shows. Every interaction feels anticipated. The OS seems to know what you're about to do. Reality check. Not every iPhone gets every feature. The A17 Pro and A18 chips get the full suite. If you're on an older iPhone, even an iPhone 15, some features are gated. That's not Apple being greedy. The neural engine on older chips just doesn't have enough power. Apple could compromise and make everything slower, but they chose device-exclusive features instead. macOS 27 takes the same approach. M-series Macs get all the features. Intel Macs get a subset. Give the most advanced features to the hardware that can run them without bottlenecking. Here's the interesting part. iOS 27 and macOS 27 talk to each other now. They're not isolated islands anymore. Your Mac knows what you're doing on your iPhone. Your iPhone knows what apps are open on your Mac. They coordinate in the background seamlessly. The first time Apple's pulled this off at real scale. That integration is why Apple's confident shipping this beta now. If it doesn't work well at scale, they've got 3 months to fix it. And that timeline matters more than you'd think. This beta says something about Apple's direction. Privacy-first AI isn't marketing anymore, it's core strategy. Every competitor sends AI to the cloud, training on user data. Apple goes the opposite direction. For developers, it's opportunity and challenge. The iOS 27 SDK opens new APIs for on-device AI. Developers can tap the neural engine directly, but it requires learning new frameworks and optimizing for local processing. A photo editor gets real-time AI filters. A writing app gets grammar checking that happens instantly, offline. The challenge is fragmentation. A developer builds an iOS 27 app with AI features that require an A18 chip. Users with iPhone 14 or 13 get a degraded experience. Apple's providing tools to handle that gracefully, but it adds complexity. For privacy, this is revolutionary. Google reads your emails. Meta analyzes your photos. Apple says no, your data stays yours. The neural engine does the work. Results stay on your device. No server ever sees your face, your photos, your notes. Cloud AI can be more powerful because it has unlimited compute. On-device AI is limited by your phone's power. Apple's betting fast and private beats powerful and tracked. Early results suggest they are right. Here's what makes this significant. If the public beta proves this works, all other platforms follow. Android pressures Google to offer privacy. Windows pressures Microsoft. The entire industry changes direction based on whether Apple pulled this off at scale. Want to join? It's dead simple. On any compatible device, go to Settings and find the Beta Program option. Sign up with your Apple ID, download the profile, restart. Within minutes, you're running iOS 27 or macOS 27. Here's what to expect. Your device will feel unfamiliar at first. Not broken, unfamiliar. The OS looks similar, but subtle things changed. Animations differ. Notification behavior is different. Some apps might crash because they're not optimized yet. That's normal. You're on the bleeding edge. Battery life might take a hit. Apple's getting millions of crash reports. They're analyzing, fixing, rolling out updates frequently, sometimes weekly. Each build fixes problems and refines AI behavior. Back up everything before joining. If iOS 27 is unstable, downgrading gets tricky. Apple lets you downgrade to the public release, but you lose data without a complete backup. Back to iCloud first. The communities are active. Hit a bug. Apple communities are full of beta testers. You'll find workarounds and answers fast. Most importantly, beta testing isn't for your daily driver if you can't handle occasional instability. It's for people who want to live in Apple's future and help shape it. The feedback you report directly influences what ships in 4 months. You're not just testing, you're building the next OS. That responsibility is what makes this opportunity special. Here's what this moment means. Apple's betting billions that the future of AI is on your device, not in the cloud. Every AI company is watching to see if this works. If it does, the entire industry follows. The public beta isn't just a test run. It's Apple's declaration that on-device AI is possible, practical, and worth your effort. Millions of people are about to spend 3 months living in the future, hunting bugs, reporting crashes, and discovering what privacy-first AI actually feels like. You can be part of that. It's not risk-free, your device might be unstable, but you'll get to influence iOS 27, macOS 27, watchOS 11 before they ship. You'll see the features nobody else has seen. You'll experience the AI that the entire tech world is talking about. The public beta opens today. If you've got a compatible device and you're curious, join. Document bugs. Report crashes. Be honest about what works and what doesn't. That feedback becomes the product that billions of people use this fall. This is how the sausage gets made. And if you're the kind of person who wants to watch it being made, now's your time. For daily updates on what's coming next in AI and tech, follow for daily AI news. Subscribe to see what Apple's going to do next.